The Ryan Report. The Ryan Report. The Ryan Report.
We have just received word that
It's time for The Ryan Report on Atlanta's big station, V103.
It is your Ryan Report right here on your free money station, V103. What's going on, everybody? Let's start with this Sean Kingston story. You can log on to v-13.com and see the Ryan Report via tape or live via tape. It all depends on who you are. The female passenger of Sean Kingston on this jet ski said they were going hella fast when they crashed into a bridge this weekend, and she says that she begged him to slow down before the accident. Cassandra Sanchez said that both jet skis pulled out the dock at the same time, and we were going so fast we just blasted past them. When we turned a corner and crashed, they were so far behind us they didn't even see us crash. She says she believes that Sean tried to turn away from the bridge at the last minute and lost control because they were going really, really fast. They're saying that Sean's weight had a lot to do with them not being able to keep him above water until somebody from the Coast Guard came along, saying that he was coughing up blood, foam, and pink stuff. And when he finally opened his eyes, he kept repeating the words, "I'm hurting, I'm hurting." Now, as for Sean, Sanchez says they have a tube down his throat, so he can't really talk, but he is lucid and understands what's going on. She says that doctors plan to keep him in the hospital for a couple more weeks. And if you've ever seen people on those jet skis, those things are unbelievably fast.
They're very, very fast.
Yeah,
Then all it takes is the wrong wave. You know what I mean? You hit a wave the wrong way or the current the wrong way and you fly.
Right, and she said that she was begging him to stop, like slow down. And then he tried to make this turn, and then, you know, they crashed into this bridge, which, of course, I'm sure the bridge is in Miami because they were right there on Star Island.
Right.
Those things are rock solid, made out of that concrete going down into the ocean.
Exactly, but that's the point, though, Ryan. Again, this is also all happening at night. It's the middle of the night. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't see those little things, the little dings,
Right.
or the little this, or a branch, and you can't see any of that. So to go that, it's just reckless.
Right.
It's facilitating your own demise. I feel awful for him, and I really, really hope that he, makes a full recovery. But come on, y'all.
Well, people do stupid.
This is very true.
So, I mean, of course, there's always going to be what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
What was happening. Who decides to go out on a jet ski in the middle of the night?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
Where are you going?
T.I. decided he wanted to help 46 family members who would not have been able to afford the trip otherwise go and see their loved ones over the Memorial Day holiday. T.I. tells MTV via statement, "I've been blessed to receive tons and tons of mails from my fans, family, and friends, as well as get visits on a regular basis. Unfortunately, some guys aren't as fortunate as I. There are a lot of good dudes in here that haven't been able to see their loved ones in years. Their families can't afford the trip, so I wanted to help out." Now, he's been locked up in the Forest City Correctional Facility since last November for violating that probation. And hopefully T.I. will get out soon. That's a good gesture, though, for him.
Absolutely. That's what it's about, being with your fam.
And Nick Cannon talking about Eminem during an interview with Piers Morgan, saying that if he ever saw Eminem face to face, that it would be some problem.
Come on. Man, come on, man.
That's what he said. Saying that, he crossed the line when talking about Mariah. Here's Nick.
Honestly, anyone who insults my wife or my family, I have an issue with. I do. I understand it. I would have to see where that man actually was coming from. If he was saying, man, this is entertainment, this is something. But if you literally have a problem with me, then we can solve that problem. You've crossed the line a little bit on America's Got Talent, where you say something like, Piers, you can get your whooped for that.
Okay. I just... This saga with Mariah and Eminem has been going on since, 2002? When did Superman come out? 2002?
What, you Mariah? Fly through twice.
Exactly. Like, come on.
I knew one thing, no.
It's just, she's been through 2-3 men, babies, but albums, come on.
It's all right, Nick, you got to stand up. You got to say something. Even if
it's great.
Nothing ever comes of it, you said something. So, like, man, Nick didn't even say nothing.
But he did say something the last time.
And he said something the time before. Until Eminem and he meet face to face, then he has to continue to bring it up, because as long as Piers Morgan's asking the question, he has to answer it.
Okay.
And Naomi Campbell and She Mama are asking the question about Naomi being compared to chocolate. There's an ad for a new chocolate for Cadbury saying, "Move over, Naomi. There's a new diva in town." And of course, Naomi is saying that it's racist.
Come on, man.
Now, it doesn't show Naomi's face or the brand, but she claims the company has used her name without permission. And I got to give her a point there. I mean, what other famous Naomi do you know?
They absolutely were using her name.
Right.
She wants to sue for that. Fine.
Name
Continue to
another
read
Naomi.
the quote. Continue to read the quote. It's dumb.
What?
Where she talks about how it's racist against all black women because not only do they use her name, they're calling her chocolate, which is a racist term to call black people chocolate. She's just completely went out of left field.
Then She Mama says, I'm deeply upset by this racist advert. Do these people think that they can insult black people and we just take it?
What does that
This
mean?
is the 21st century, not the 1950s. Shame on Cadbury. She's calling for a boycott and plans to sue the company, which is absolutely ridiculous when Hershey's uses slave labor to make every piece of chocolate that they put in people's mouth during Halloween, and y'all ain't boycotted that.
Nope.
I'm eating me some Cadbury. And Naomi, you can eat Fatwood.
Tell them how you really feel, Sean.
Man, whatever.
It's racist.
How's that racist? And black women,
Racist.
they are chocolate.
They are, and we call ourselves that.
That's
we
right.
Call ourselves
And on Easter,
that.
you know what I'm gonna get? A chocolate bunny. Now take that, Naomi, and She Mama. Valerie, who has a different last name, but that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole other Ryan Report.
B103.
And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know.
The Ryan Report. The Ryan Report.